Good morning. Today I am going to do a food prep day. It's been a while since I've done a food prep day, and I kind of just need to clear out the fridge, figure out what needs to be used before it just gets wasted, and kind of figure out how to get that stuff done. So I don't have a set plan yet. I probably should sit down. Well, I'll look through the fridge first, and then I'll try to write a list. Levi has been asking for queso, so I will probably make a batch of queso. That's always a great thing to do with any leftover, like half bags of shredded cheese or anything like that. So I'll use up any of those that I find. I need to boil some eggs and cook as many eggs as possible, basically. We have 55 chickens currently and one rooster, and they are laying. They're at the point now where most of them at least, are laying. And so we're getting somewhere around 2 dozen eggs a day. And maybe they're not all laying yet, because at some point we'll be getting more than that, I think. Either that or they're laying in secret nests, which they love to do. And then we stumble upon them and find like 12 eggs in a nest that they've been laying in. Anyways, all that to say, we have a lot of eggs right now, and the long-term goal is that we want to put an egg stand out in front of the house and sell eggs, but that has to be made and my husband has not gotten to it yet. We've got a lot of other projects going on right now, and so in the meantime we are drowning in eggs. So I'm gonna boil some eggs. I've been making the kids eat at least 2 eggs for breakfast every morning, kind of like, this is your egg ration for the morning, and you don't get to eat anything else until you finished your egg ration, of course, except Levi. I mean, of all the things, like why would my son, who eats the most of anybody in the house almost, be allergic to eggs? Like, that's just so terrible. Everyone has been really into soup recently, so I might try to make a soup with some of the things in the fridge. But I figured I would turn on the camera, I would bring you along, and we can discover together what ends up becoming of this food prep day. I figure I should give you a view of fall on the farm here before the leaves are all off the trees. We got some real nice yellow leaves over here. I am thrilled to share a brand new sponsor to the channel. Today's video is sponsored by Armra Colostrum. Armra Colostrum is a high-quality, animal-based, sustainable superfood that is absolutely amazing for gut health and immune strengthening. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that the last couple of years I have been on a really long gut healing journey, and I've seen so much benefit from implementing different gut healing strategies. It might not seem obvious at first, but gut health actually affects every part of our body and even our minds. So working on healing and strengthening the gut can have so many different unexpected benefits. Digestion is the obvious one, but then also gut health can affect your hair and your skin and your nails. My hair has had a rough go of it the last year or so with all the iron issues that I've been dealing with, the really depleted iron and then iron infusions bumping it up, kind of put me on a roller coaster, and my hair really has borne the brunt of that. So one thing that I'm really looking forward to with adding the Armra Colostrum to my nutrition plan is that hair strengthening and hair regrowth. Armra Colostrum has put together a special offer for you guys if you are interested in trying it. You can get 15% off of your order if you use my link, or if you just enter the code Indigo at checkout. But the website address is tryarmra.com/indigo. That's tryarmra.com/indigo. Just use that link and you will automatically get the 15% off of your order. A big thank you to Armra Colostrum for sponsoring today, and now back to the video. I started cutting up my butter, my sticks of butter, into little cubes. These are like half tablespoon cubes. And the main reason is that when I make a keto chow, it melts faster when I put the hot water on the little cubes rather than like a big chunk. But then also it's super convenient for like cooking eggs, because I can just grab one and throw it in. I don't have to even worry about getting out a knife. So that's my butter hack for the day. So Talia likes kind of almost like a frittata with just eggs and bacon. And then Charity likes an omelet with cheese and bacon. And then Renee, sometimes she likes an omelet, but usually she likes boiled eggs. Since the kids have to eat these eggs, you know, as their egg portion of the day, I like try to cater to them and make it the way that they like it. So that's what they have been enjoying recently. So I'm going to pull out the Instant Pot while this is cooking and get the boiled eggs started. I'm going to go ahead and do a pretty big batch of boiled eggs. So for boiled eggs in the Instant Pot, I always do 6 minutes at high pressure and then do a quick pressure release. And that works well, although it does depend on your altitude and your environment. So with boiled eggs, I always say like play around with it and find what works for you, your pot, your area, to get the kind of boiled eggs you like. But 6 minutes works for me. If I want to do soft boiled eggs, I'll do like 2 or 3 minutes. My husband usually likes 4 egg omelets, but I didn't want to get another pan dirty, so I just made him 2 mini omelets. And omelets are done, boiled eggs are going, and I think I'm going to start cleaning out the fridge and seeing what I have there. Giving leftovers to the chickens is always so entertaining. This is, oh gosh, this is some soup that didn't get eaten up, and they are soup monsters. It's been pretty rainy here recently, and hopefully it'll rain again because, man, they are going to be a disaster after they finish this soup. Turns out the main things that I had in the fridge that I needed to use up was chicken, various forms of chicken. This is a big chicken breast, bone in, still skin on, and a couple of chicken thighs, bone in, skin on. So I need to use those up. This is some chicken thigh that had some Greek seasoning on it. This is chicken from Costco, a rotisserie chicken. The kids swore that they would be so excited and eat it all up, and they ate a little bit, but there's quite a bit left, so I need to do something with that. And then this is another thing of chicken that Autumn made that just needs to be used up. So I'm thinking I'm going to make some kind of a chicken soup. I may not be able to use all of this chicken, that's a lot, but I'm going to use a lot of it in a soup. I'm going to go ahead and make broth with this. I'm going to take the chicken skin off first and crisp that up in the air fryer. Just for like chicken skin crisps, and then I will make broth with the chicken breast and the bones in there. And I pulled out some more bones from the freezer. These are some thigh bones, these are some backs and different things. So I'm going to make a big batch of broth, and then I will shred this off of the bones after it's all the way cooked and falling apart. And then I will throw together some kind of a soup. I'm also going to go ahead and just take all of this chicken off the bone. So I'll just have a whole bunch of deboned cooked chicken, and then I'll be able to make some kind of a soup. It'll probably be some kind of a creamy chicken soup. Pull out some carrots, some celery, that kind of stuff. I do have a written out recipe for chicken skin crisps, so I will put that up. I'll put it in the description. My favorite seasoning, though, is the Redmond seasoned salt on these. It's so good. They do shrink up a ton, so I always say be careful not to over season, or else they'll just be too much, because they will like shrink too tiny. So I'm gonna throw these in the air fryer. I have my chicken in here, skinned, and I'm going to see how many of the frozen bones I can fit in there. And I'm going to make just a really big batch of broth because I can save some for another time. Just get that out of the way because my freezer has kind of filled up with chicken bones because I've been buying broth because it's more convenient, but I really need to get back into making it myself. So I love my instant air fryer. I think I've had it for more than a year and it still works great, except that some of the lights have gone out up here. So, stop. When you hit this, that's 400 degrees and I think that's 7 minutes, but some of the lights are just gone. So I have to be careful. So I know if I go all the way there, that's 400 and I need to go down to 325. So I have to kind of count as I go to make sure I get to the right. So that's 395, 90, 85. So silly. Okay, that's 325 and I want to go to 12 minutes. So I think that's 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I probably won't be able to get the lid on the Instant Pot for a little bit, but what I do in this case is I just put the water in and just put it in on saute and let it cook until it defrosts enough that it kind of sits down a little bit, and then I'll be able to pressure cook. I'm gonna go ahead and put these thigh bones in there as well. I want to make just a really thick concentrated broth. I'm just going to start this on the stove. That's one of my favorite things about the Instant Pot Pro, the one with the handles, is the pot works on the stove as well as in the Instant Pot. So it's super easy to start something on the stove, then transfer it to the Instant Pot later. I love that. I'm just going to keep the broth pretty simple with just salt, because I'm going to be adding, lots of seasonings and stuff to the soup. So I think I'm just going to do salt in the broth for now, and I'll spice it up later. Those are done. That'll be a nice snack for somebody, probably Renee, because she loves chicken skins. Although if Levi sees them, he's going to want some too. So we'll see. The chicken cooked down enough that I'm able to get it in the Instant Pot now. So I'm going to do 2 hours on high, and then we will go from there. I came down here to the basement fridge to get some carrots for the soup, but I thought I'd show you the amount of eggs we have. I think I just counted 23 dozen. There's 8 down there, and then these are 2 dozen each, 2 dozen each, 4 dozen, 1 dozen, 2 more dozen. So yeah, we have a lot of eggs. broth is all done and I let it depressurize naturally. So I'm going to separate out the meat and strain out the broth and get the meat all shredded. I'm going to go ahead and get the soup started now. This is some lamb fat that rendered from some ground lamb that I got. It was super fatty lamb. I'm going to use that to saute the veggies in. So I'm not going to bother putting this back into the Instant Pot. I'm just going to let it simmer here until the carrots and celery are as tender as I want. You can see it's a pretty meaty soup, more meat than anything else. And I am going to make it creamy with probably heavy cream. And I am going to use a little bit of arrowroot to thicken it, because that's fine for me and for the rest of the family. But there are lots of keto, low-carb thickener options, so that can totally be changed. And then the only higher carb thing is the carrots, which, again, that's another thing that doesn't really bother me. I can handle a little bit of carrots. So it's obviously customizable as needed. The kids were already talking about they were wanting to add some potatoes to it or add some broccoli to it. Or even some rice to it, so totally customizable for anybody's tastes. Last thing I'm going to try to get done today is the queso. So that's another thing that I needed the broth for. Worked out great. I have a partial thing of salsa in the fridge I'm going to use, and I'm also going to use this Hatch Valley salsa. This is a great recipe for getting rid of those odds and ends, those salsa odds and ends that you need to that are in the fridge. This is the other one that needs to be used up.
Doing everything that is like this or a utensil, anything you hold and use, I put them and then I case it up. Then I put a queso. Black cream.
This is heavy cream and some arrowroot to get this thickened up. I'm going to taste this real quick and see if it needs any other seasoning. It's pretty good, but it needs a little bit more of the seasoned salt. That'll probably be fine. Levi, are you ready for some?
Yes.
Okay.
I am too.
You are too, Jerry. What are you eating, Levi?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Just a slice of cheese.
You're going to eat a slice of cheese, then you're going to eat soup, and then you're going to eat queso when it's done?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
You want queso? You're also eating yogurt. Making queso?
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks so good. Oh, you have food now.
Is that enough?
Yeah, it's enough.
Okay.
It's really good. I might come back for more.
Okay. All right, Levi, where's your bowl? Do you want lots of soup water or lots of chicken and vegetables?
Both.
Just both.
Both a lot.
A lot of both. Okay. Both a lot. The soup got finished, the queso got finished. Levi already had some and gave his stamp of approval, so winning there. I think I got a lot done in the kitchen today. I'm going to call it a win. There were a couple containers of chicken that I still did not get to. I just couldn't think of anything else to do with chicken. Maybe I'll just throw them in the freezer. I got to get better about doing that, where there's something in the fridge and I see it every day and I'm like, it's going to go bad. It's going to go bad. It's going to go bad. I got to use it. I got to use it. But a lot of things can just be thrown right into the freezer and then it puts it in suspended animation so you can get to it whenever without it, going bad. So I got to get better about that. I am about to do a workout before the day is over, and I know after I get that done, it's going to feel so good and it's going to be like the perfect cap to my day. Standing in the kitchen, working, cooking, it's always tiring, but it's not like exercise. So after doing that all day, I think it'll feel really good to get some exercise in. I'm going to do one of my cardio kickboxing HIIT workouts, try to get a sweat on, and that's it. So thanks for hanging out with me today in the kitchen and, with the chickens and all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Levi, what are you eating? What are you eating?
Queso.
You're just eating queso like it's soup? Like queso soup? Is it good?
Kind of.
Kind of? Is it spicy?
It just makes my neck and mouth. It makes my mouth spicy and my neck hot.
Interesting. Maybe you need some milk to drink.
Can you give me some of Autumn's milk?
Sure.